Hey everyone, welcome back to the start of the 2026 season. The Daytona 500, the Great American Race, which should also be known as the Fuel Saver 477.5. Fuel Save race. First, 3 hours, 4 hours? Completely pointless, but let's start this off with what I usually complain about, and I'm going to keep complaining about it because I think it's garbage that networks keep doing this. So the scheduled start time, granted weather was not an issue, luckily, but they moved it up an hour because of weather. So, because this annoys me, so it was 12:30 advertised start time on TV. Obviously, give them a little bit. To me, green flag should be 12:45. Anyway, opening ceremonies didn't start until 12:45. The driver's command was till 1 o'clock. Finally took the green flag at 1:15. 45 minutes after they took over the... And my thing is, the airtime. That's 45 minutes of airtime that is wasted if this, or any race in general, has a lot of cautions or red flag. And then it's, we got to cut it short. You got to find this channel or whatever, like what happened with the Clash. And I didn't get to watch the end of the Clash. The NFL doesn't do that. MLB doesn't do that. NHL doesn't do that. If it's 12:30, then you best believe the game is started by at least 12:40, 12:45 at the latest. Anyway, that just annoys me. You had a 3-hour pre-window, pre-show. All that should have been done, and it should have been ready to go. But anyway, so you had BJ McLeod got in. He was out. Got in thanks to Alfredo's misfortune. I always want BJ to win. Who doesn't? How would you not want McLeod to win? Unfortunately, he spun. Don't really know for sure. I don't think it was ever confirmed what happened. Other than the speculation from the booth that the right rear was loose. I mean, I guess it happens. I don't know how you have right rear loose to start the race. You think they'd all be tight, but anyway. So that pretty much kind of ended his day. Turns out it did not end Allgaier's day or Byron's day, which they were in it. I think Mears was pretty much done after that. And then, so that brought out the caution on lap 5. Which another thing, what was taking so long with the cautions? I mean, there wasn't that many, but even the stage breaks. I get it's a big track, but that should give you plenty of time to get people in line. Like if you have to slow up the field, then slow up the field so everyone can get caught up and do the pit, come around. It should be like 3 laps, maybe. I don't know what was taking so long. Anyway, so that was on lap 5. So they finally start open pits on lap 9. Busch, for some unknown reason, stayed out. I mean, in the end, I guess it doesn't matter because he was back up in contention towards the end of the race, I guess. But he did disappear there for a while, and it was kind of like, well, now something happens, you get caught up in it. You stayed out for no. I don't even think he got. Where are we at here? Yeah, he didn't get stage points, so it made no sense to stay out because then he had to really get off the throttle to save fuel to make it the rest of the way. So I just don't know that strategy. I just don't understand. He was the only one that did not pit. With that being said, about halfway through the first stage, Brad was on the radio with TJ and was like, hey, you need to tell Joey, let's go. Everyone else can make it on fuel. We need to run them out of fuel. Makes sense. The solid plan. I don't know why this doesn't happen more often. So Brad wanted to go. He was tired of saving fuel. And first stage, pretty much you had Zane, Cindric, Blaney, Hocevar, Buescher, Suarez, McDowell, Priest, Bowman, and Gregson, who all got stage points. And then in the second stage, poor Connor Zilic. He got the announcer's jinx as soon as Mike Joy was talking about. I'm like, here it comes. And you see him wobble a little bit. And you're like, oh, no, he's good. And he wobbles again. Oh, poor Zilic. Announcer's jinx got him. And you had SVG leading some laps. I know it was Daytona, but he's improving. He is improving on ovals, and we'll see how this year works out for him with the new point system. And then you had then towards the end of the stage there, you had Danny had a run. It was a tight window. He had a run on Allgaier, real tight on the outside, but it was there. There was a hole. Allgaier even admitted he saw it late, and he went up, and it was too late. But he was already going for the block, and it took out 17 cars. Hamlin was caught up in that, but he was in the running until another late wreck later on. So the stage 2 obviously finished under caution with Wallace, Blaney, Busch, Nemechek, Herbst, Buescher, Reddick, Logano, Heim, and Suarez. And then the third stage. Which you could just take a nap. I mean, really, you could take a nap during every stage at this point. But you had the third stage. Nothing happened. I think it was about 15 to go, maybe 20 to go, 20-ish, 18 to 20-ish. Start the last green flag cycle. Some reason, Toyotas didn't pit together. You had Bubba, Bell, Heim. I don't forget who the fourth Toyota was. They came in, and then was it the next lap? You had Hamlin and the two legacy cars. I don't remember which two. I think it was Jimmy and either Nemechek or Eric Jones, maybe. I don't remember. But either way, you had 4 and 3 pit, and you need cars, you need numbers. So why I don't understand that for the Toyotas. And then I guess it worked out. They end up winning the race, but that whole pit doesn't make no sense. And then, so at this point, I'm just hoping it goes green. Let's just get this over with. I mean, we're just riding around the third stage. Like, let's just back up a bit. I know, obviously, this apparently is within the guidelines of NASCAR, but I think when you have the throttle traces showing the leaders running 57, 60%, did the 100% rule go out the window? Like, come on. We talk about speed and all this. Like, let's race. Why are we running around at 50%, 60% throttle roughly for majority of the third stage? Third stage was 70. So, like I said, lap 20. Oh, they picked up the pace a little bit. 50 laps, we'll say. We're just running around at half throttle, 3 wide. You got the Camrys just holding up the field, saving fuel, which, I mean, hey, good for them. That's a good strategy. But it's a race. Like, let's get rid of this. Like, Michael McDowell, okay, for that, hey, we're going to gamble on fuel mileage. That's fine. That's completely different. That's not the entire race where you're running 60% throttle, 50-something% throttle until a couple laps left. So you had that, and then you had Heim. During the pit cycle, at this point in time, McDowell was the only car not to pit yet. Heim got into Denny, a little off center. With his push, spun Denny into Bell, ended Bell's day, and pretty much Denny's day at that point, I do believe. So that pretty much set up a green-white checker. McDowell stayed out, saving fuel, came across radio. He's supposed to be 3 laps to the good, so he was ready to go. So that gamble paid off for him because he went from 31st to 1st by not pitting during that pit cycle. His last car in the lead lap. And so we get going. There's a little bobble there. Take the white, who Jones got into Hocevar, exiting the tri-oval, going into 1. That collected, seemed like the entire field besides the top 6 or 7 escaped through. So McDowell's dream of pulling off his second, I do believe, 500, and that gamble did not work. Then it was when this caution going to come out. You had Stenhouse in the lead for a little bit. Elliott was there, Reddick was there, and then Elliott and Zane get out front, and you're like, all right, well, Chase has got this locked up. So he had Zane and Elliott, and Zane was on Elliott, pushed him going into 3, but then he backed off of him, and I couldn't help but wonder if I don't know what came off the radio or came over the radio, or maybe he is just a heads up by him, I guess. He backed off. Probably didn't want to push a competitor to the win, I'm guessing. Gave Reddick and Herbst the run that they needed, even though Herbst really was not connected to Reddick at this time in the middle of 3 and 4. They come off, side draft, it would have been close. Reddick, I think it was just a racing deal. I don't know if Reddick really went up or if Elliott came down, but there was a little contact there. They kept it straight, and then Brad hit Herbst, which got turned into right rear and Elliott, and that opened up the gates for Reddick, who was actually didn't open up the gates for him, he was already there, but it gave him no contest the win. So good job for Reddick for being there. I think he's the first winner to win without leading a lap, other than the last one, I do believe. I missed that comment at the end of the race, but anyway, all in all, the finish was good. The race itself was not. They got to do something with these super speedways and just running 3/4 throttle, not even 3/4 throttle. 60% is not 3/4, but they just got to do something with this. It's not good product. Like, you claim that this is a Super Bowl of racing, and you got them borderline running pace laps out there. I know that's a bit of a stretch, but I'm just saying, you cannot soup this race up as the Great American Race. It's the Super Bowl of our race, of our sport. This is the granddaddy of them all. This is the one that you made it type of race, which is a video for another day. And it's all based on fuel mileage, running around. I mean, can you imagine back in the day telling Nolan Ryan, like, hey, we need to save your arm. Don't throw 90-mile-an-hour fastballs. You got to throw 60. No, people didn't come see that. They wanted to see him hurl that baseball. It's like holding back a running back. Like, hey, we don't need you running full speed through those gaps. We got to save you. Like, no, go full bore, full tilt boogie. It's racing, not fuel saving. Anyway, that's it for that. That's a long enough rant. All in all, like I said, good finish. The race itself, it's your typical speed race with the fuel mileage these days. I don't know what they can do about that unless they just shorten stages and make it go all time. I don't know. Anyway, until next time, folks, take care and stay out to catch, fans.